Well, we're back in Palmanova again, and we're just going to have a little wander around. We're standing just in front of the cafe that's in the car park. It used to be called Amadipasment. It's changed its name recently, but it's still a great place to come for a coffee or a croissant on a morning. And just across the road we have our medical centre, where we have to go if we want to see our doctor now. So let's have a look around Palmanova and see what the changes have been over the last few weeks. It's November and it's 2020. So here we are, we've walked down to the beach now. You see it's looking beautiful here. The sun's shining, but we have had a bit of a cold snap. The temperature's dropped, and it may only have dropped a few degrees, about 5 or 6 degrees, but you can certainly feel it. It feels a lot cooler as we walk around, and there's a little bit of a breeze. But it's still beautiful. The sun's shining. People are on the beach actually. Some people playing volleyball, some people just sitting around. We're just going to have a look to see what's open, what's closed since we were last here about a month ago, I suppose. Just walking down, all the local bars were open. Most of the shops were open that would be open on a Sunday morning. It's a Sunday now. But we just noticed that across the road, one of the restaurants that we do usually go to, Mai Tai, has now closed down, and that's perfectly normal for this time of the year. The bars and restaurants that usually cater for the visitors that come to our island would normally close down for the winter months, so it's not surprising to see places like Mai Tai closed down. And I guess as we go along we'll find quite a few more are closed. So let's have a look as we walk along the front, along the promenade, and have a look to see what is open here in Palmanova. So there's Mai Tai, all closed up for the winter months until April by the looks of things. And the Madras next door. But wine and Prosecco, they're open and getting ready for Sunday, so that's looking quite good. Moving along, more bars that are closed up, sealed off, and the Fergus Hotel, well, that's been closed for some time now. You are noticing one or two places that are open as we come along here. At the bar on the beachfront, Pat Blanc is open, cappuccino, and in the distance there we've got the Beehive. So due to unforeseen circumstances we'll be closed for the season. Thank you for your valued support this crazy year, and see you in March 2021. So hopefully by 2021 things will have changed a little bit and we'll all be able to reopen. Beehive does manage to stay open most of the year, and they've got one or two clients today having their morning coffees and enjoying the sunshine. And there's one or two people on the beach, and even more on the sea. Some kayaks you can see out there, and in the distance quite a lot of sailing boats. Now there's a little bit of wind and the sea is a little bit choppy. Got a few people on the beach, and as always it's looking beautiful. In some of the videos that I've been making, I've been mentioning the geology, just how the rock formations are. And there's lots of places in Mallorca where we can see the geology, the outcrops. And just in front of us I've got a trig point used in surveying, mapping. So here's our trig point for Palmanova. As we come around to the second beach, see a lot more people on the beach, quite a few playing volleyball today, and one or two out there doing some fishing. I don't actually see anybody in the sea today. It is a little bit chilly though. Once you get out of the breeze it's actually quite warm, and and the sun is quite powerful, and more people setting them up, so it might be busy on this beach today. In recent years, beach volleyball's become very popular in Spain, in particular here in Mallorca and here in Palmanova, and each year they would normally host competitions on the beaches here in Palmanova, so it's very well set up, and we've got lots and lots of opportunities here for people to play the game. The beach provides a great outdoor space for the residents here to go and enjoy, particularly during this pandemic when many other things are closed and unavailable to you. So there's very few restrictions as far as the beach is concerned. More or less keep to daylight hours, and when it goes dark the beaches have to be left, and they are patrolled, so the local police will clear you off if you're on the beach at night time. But wonderful outdoor space, fresh air right by the sea, and being enjoyed by many of the residents here in Mallorca. A lot of the regular places that we might go to are now closed up for the winter time, and the children's parks are still closed off. Though we read in the newspaper today that they're opening up some children activities in the next few weeks, so we'll see what that means when it actually happens. But at the moment, all children's parks like this one are sealed off, and children are not allowed to use them. The chiringuito on the beach is open, so if you want a coffee or a drink, then you can always visit the chiringuito and watch the wheel go by. Quite surprisingly, there does seem to be a lifeguard on duty at his station there. I think it might be a bit chilly up there, wrapping himself in his towel, but good to see that we have a lifeguard on duty at this time of the year. Normally during the winter months there are no lifeguards on duty, but there are quite a few people on the beach, and certainly last week there were quite a few people in the sea in the different parts of Mallorca that we've been visiting. So as we would expect, many of the beach bars, most of them now, are all closed up and sealed off for the winter time. But good to see that the local council are patrolling and cleaning the promenade for us. So while most places are closed, it looks as though the Chinese restaurant is available to open. The chairs are still out, and that would probably mean that they will be opening up later on in the day. We're just coming to the Santa Lucia Hotel. We're just looking back now at the central beach in Palmanova, with quite a few people there enjoying the beach. We're just going to move around now to the third beach, the San Matias beach. I'm told there's a beach cleaning going on today. One of the things that we are suffering from in the Mediterranean is the amount of plastic that gets dumped into the oceans, and in particular the Mediterranean Sea. So in Cabrera, in the newspaper today, they talk about the amounts of plastic rubbish that are washing up onto the shores of Cabrera, one of the islands off the south coast of the island of Mallorca. And 83% of the rubbish that's there is plastic rubbish, so it's not going to decompose very quickly, and will stay there for a very long time. So just in front of us now, we're coming up to the San Matias beach, and indeed there are a lot of people there. There's a lot of people on the beach with their bags collecting the rubbish. A number of groups have set themselves up over the winter. I don't know, maybe they existed before, but they have organised teams to come to beaches in different areas in order to pick up the plastic. And some of the plastic is dropped accidentally, some people just are negligent, but a lot of it just gets blown into the sea or onto the beach because it blows out of the bins, because the bins get overfilled. So it's great to see this initiative, and lots of people out there picking up the rubbish just to improve our environment. As we walk along the promenade on the San Matias beach, see just how many people there are here, and a lot of children. Children seem to be particularly aware of the situation, and that's probably largely down to the teachers at school who are telling them about the pollution and the damage that it's causing to our environment. It's really good to see the burger bars open. Just in front of the San Matias Hotel. And still got one or two bars open, so Rasputin open, one or two people there. And back towards the Santa Lucia. So even though it is winter time, the streets are fairly well kept here. The trees pruned, and this is just at the back now of the Santa Lucia Hotel. Some of the bars down here, very popular with the tourists during the summer months, but mostly these will be closed now. So from the other side, the Chinese restaurant did actually look to be closed, but so they're opening up now on this side. This is the children's park area that council have been working on during the winter months. Very close now to being finished, if not finished, but unfortunately because of the present situation, children are not allowed to use it. That may all change soon. We'll wait and see, but it's looking very nice and a great addition to Palmanova. And we've got this area here. Be interesting to see what they use this for. As we come now down towards some of the bars, like Monroe's bar, which has been closed, but Delicious is busy and is open. So if ice cream is what takes your fancy, it looks as though that's the place to go. Another place that's opening up here is the Taylor's Cocktail Bar. Just getting ready to open up. It's lunchtime now. It is a Sunday, it is November, it's 2020. It's a nice car. I'm just walking now back towards the Palmanova. It's the Calablanca Hotel. I have been doing some work here at the Calablanca, but it's now cordoned off, closed up, as you would pretty much expect at this time of the year. Hollywood Pizza, open for business. 1973 Molly's got the chairs outside, so they're going to be opening up at some point. As we walk down towards the end here, you see some tables and chairs outside the Bora Bora. They're open. And as we come to the end of this part of the road, we can see Castaways in the distance across the road. Lots of people sitting there having their coffees, beers. It's 1 o'clock. Just noticed another Italian open. Across the road here we have the spa, which is open, and next to it the Compass restaurant and bar. They are open too. Unfortunately for many people, it is difficult or impossible to get to Mallorca now with the restrictions, and those restrictions will become more severe in the lead up to Christmas, and everybody wants to make sure that we can have a good Christmas, but the spread of the pandemic is going to dictate what we can do and what we can't do. But today there are lots of people on the beach here in Palmanova, enjoying the sunshine, playing games, or walking along the promenade. So we've just come to the end of the San Matias beach, and it's great to see the beach cleaners doing great work there. And we've managed to find the olive tree open, so we're just going to stop off for a coffee. And then we'll probably pop off to Magaluf and have a look around there. If you like this video, please share it with your friends so that everybody can see what's going on in Palmanova in November 2020. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe. See you in the next video.